Race fans, thanks for joining me today for the opening week for this winter season of the Junior Kart Racing League for Jacksonville, Florida. So today they had about 19 kids that they were running and ended up running 3 heats each. So a practice, 2 qualifiers each, and then the feature. This is the first qualifier, so they've already done the warm-up practice laps. And you're getting a shot of Matthew, or Leadfoot, here, and he's done pretty good. This is his first competition season, or first race in competition since his arm healed. And if you hadn't seen some of the other videos, he had to bow out of the last fall season of 2021 because he ended up breaking his left arm in 2 spots. So that kicked him out of the points lead in a week or two, and then he ended up finishing further down the line. But he's back in there. We've been up to the racetrack once for the little karts, and then once for a clinic in the big karts. And he's pretty much picked up where he left off for the most part. Him and Thomas, or Cobra, are really neck and neck. In fact, I think Cobra has been able to close the gap a little bit on the competition. I think maybe he had won like one head-to-head contest last season based on Thomas's dad, but I thought maybe that he had won another one or 2, but he had said Matthew was able to beat him in most of those competitions. And of course, he was the last season's points champion after Matthew broke his arm, and he ended up getting first place. But he's really closed the gap, and they only you'll see at the end they have 1 or 2 back-to-back, or there only one, I think, race up until the feature together, so you don't always see them competing against each other. Sometimes Matthew will have a faster lap, sometimes Thomas will have a faster lap, so they're kind of playing, switching back and forth when it comes to fastest laps. So the other feature about this particular race league, junior race league, is that they're back to Wednesdays. We were doing it Saturday mornings a couple seasons, then we did it a Wednesday, and then I wouldn't say the parents revolted, but we were pressing really hard to not have it on Wednesday. So the fall season was on Saturday morning again, and but they've decided to put it back on Wednesday for whatever reason. I don't know if it's some sort of revenue generation thing about how they're able to do it better or something. But the cards seem to be sort of used up sometimes on Wednesday nights, and now with 19 kids, it's going to be difficult to keep the cars charged, I think, during all the competition period. So of course it stretches it out. So we got there right around 6, and they ended up going until, I think we were out of there after 10. So hopefully they'll be able to speed that up a little bit. So Matthew ended up starting 3rd, and Thomas was 1st, and then Matthew was able to pass Aiden, and Aiden actually ends up, you'll see this basic order for most of the race, and then right at the end, Aiden was able to get past Matthew. I think, oddly enough, Matthew and Thomas, Cobra and Leadfoot, had the slowest cars, or at least Thomas had the slowest cars, but he did a real good job of making sure that no one got past him, including Matthew. Matthew was trying to get past him quite a bit. As you can see, they're bumping and stuff, and that's just because Thomas's car. I think he just ended up getting a sort of a slow car. Certainly, he was able to. I think he had the lowest time out of this whole particular heat, and which was, sort of a testament to him being able to maintain number one with the slowest car. And then I think Matthew had like this second or third slowest car, and then Aiden had a pretty fast car. Emily had a pretty fast car. So there's a couple others that had some pretty fast cars, but that this order stayed pretty much the same through the whole thing. And so I don't get the end of this race, so I do apologize about that. But sometimes I'm trying to find some different angles and try to do different things with the camera. I think I'm going to move here, and then I think I ended up turning it off right around this time, and then that's when the pass was made for Aiden going around Matthew. And I don't get it here, but you'll see. Thanks for joining us this week, and we're gonna have a bye week, and then we'll be back about roughly 2 weeks from now. And you can see these guys are very competitive, Leadfoot and Cobra, and there's actually going to be some others that are back and very competitive as well. And look at that, 19 kids, and you can definitely see how the season started with week 1, Cobra first, Matthew second, Aiden third,